magical burst coming up from Tundra. So very important for Keizu to play his lane well.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's not a lot of room for mistake, I feel like, here for Viking GG, which maybe is the tempo that they like to play here. We'll see, as the D-Ward going to start already for Snake King. Recognizing this one's not going to last too long. They're pinging it, but I don't think they can get the sentry here in time. So it's ready to be denied within range. All right, there it is. First level on the time walk. I was about to say, probably going to be forced to do that, and he is. There's a courier here. Okay, we've got the sentry now ready to go. But with Fata nearby, he's always going to be able to beat basically anyone to the punch in the D-Ward battles. Now that it just comes down to the right clicks, so good luck there. Celery, he actually gets it. Very well played.
Alright, that was very well timed as well.
That is some illegal gameplay right there.
Here you come.
Yeah,
We were waiting for this.
Of the series. There it is. The mental games start for Viking GG. 2 runes for each team by the looks of it. Yep, Tundra will snag 2, Viking with 2, and we're off and away in our last game. A little bit of extra bonus gold onto the Witch Doctor. He's already got his courier on the move. Won't be anything too exciting though for him early on. He just, actually, interestingly enough, Celery starting off with a Blightstone as well on the Witch Doctor. Not a bad animation, not bad base damage either, to be honest, so could definitely see this actually being quite nice versus the Clockwork and 33, but eventually he's not going to really be wanting to stick around too close to either one of these heroes. Are they just going to nuke the first wave here? Battery assault active and lots of...
like it. It seems that they really want to get to the level too early so that they can start having Clockwork moving away maybe, or they can just start threatening Celery on the kill. Sneaky is already putting a lot of crit wave with himself here, and also while blocking the small camp too.
Yep. He's going to block the large camp here, and we'll get 2 and 1. There he goes. Plenty of units in that camp to force the camp not to spawn.
Ooh. The creeps lost vision, so they stop following Snaking. That's a little bit sad.
Oh yeah, all right. Very. Once again, the lanes are just completely in disarray here. Casually laning right in between the camps, I suppose. Snaking trying to drag them away, but Celery doing a good job of keeping them in place. That's really, really awkward here, and that's going to be a second range creep deny here, already coming through for Viking GG. So a nice little advantage here for their levels. Big wave. This is going to push really, really hard underneath the tower of Viking.
Yeah, I mean this would allow Tundra to get to level 2 first, so maybe they can make a move here onto Celery. But seems like Snaking is opt to go for another creep wave pool.
Yeah, okay, so they're just going to try and force Shad to CS under tower the entire time, of course. 33 is just going to be slicking up the oil onto him, threatening for a couple of kills here and there. Okay, yeah, the level 2. Okay, he's got the pointed Firefly. Now a third wave underneath the tower, 4 stacks on the Faceless Void. Takes the points in time dilation, which will at least get a little bit of a slow to 33. All right. Really, really aggressive lane out here. Snake King, there he goes. He's going to be able to... Oh, he only got 3/4 of the wave, but that should be enough.
A lot of lane creep manipulation right going on right there.
Seriously, they love it. Good luck. Oh my god, he got a second bounce actually? With the Maledict on top of him as well. He's going to be fine, but it's a little bit scary for 33, who's actually now completely out of regen. Time dilation with another hit. Oh, he's going to be A-okay though in the fountain. Did force him to at least TP away and miss a fair amount of experience. Not really. He did actually completely kill the wave, so not too bad here.
Yeah, he's about 1 creep away from level 3. Still not that bad, given the circumstances. And bottom side, it seems that Skeeter is also having a pretty free time. Aramis, Keizu, they're making a move on Fada, and nice Marukis. Nice move.
Yeah, it's gonna unfortunately, be shoved back into the river by Aramis. Now he's gonna go for the TP play, and he's actually gonna be able to escape. Keizu stopped giving chase. I don't know if the level 1 plasma field would have been enough damage for the kill. There's another Maledict onto Snake King. The bonk, though, is for Celery. The stick keeps him alive a bit longer. We need another right click from Snake King to secure this kill. Celery is going to just deny himself, well, quote-unquote, deny himself and split the bounty to the 2 heroes instead.
Yeah, Sneaky could have just scaled up the rocket side to get the losses, but I think he still would prefer to go for a 2-1-0 build that gives him the most damage when it comes to level 3. So that's completely fine. My biggest concern is like Dusa. is having a really free lane at the bottom side, even though the CS is only 14 and 9 here, but still, like this, we don't see the Razor countering the Medusa kind of lane happening at all for Viking GG. So as long as Medusa is able to get some good and fair amount of CS, he's going to be really happy, because either way, Medusa is going to go into jungle anyway.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, like, if Kezu is going to start rotating away to mid lane, for example, he's got a pretty good static link target in the Mars. Not a hero that can really slow him. If he wants to at least create some distance, he has to use his offensive abilities defensively. That leaves him open to, you know, someone else just jumping on top of him. So he's got options at least, but it's kind of just limited to Mars and the supporting cast here of Tundra. Not so much to the Medusa unless he gets a huge advantage, which I just don't see happening here this game for him, unfortunately.
And the action is really just gonna happen at the top lane. Bottom lane, all Tundra want to do is to just slow down the tempo, stabilize the lane for Skidder to hit at least level 5 or level 6, and then going into the jungle. There's no action camp stack so far, because Sneaking is very committed into playing the lane to manipulate the lane. Now he makes a move for the bottom side. Kezu gotta be really careful here.
Does. Mystic Snake will snow him a bit, allowing Fata and Snaking to slow the gap. Kezu's trying to steal a bit of damage. Skidder will just fight him on through. He's got the supporting heroes here to help him out, but here's Aramis with a nice skewer away. Kezu with 72 damage stolen. Not really a whole lot in the grand scheme of things versus the Medusa, but at least it'll allow him to one-hit the courier. That had maybe just a little bit of regen for Skidder on it, as it didn't have any components of the power treads. They will get a kill onto Celery in exchange. Maledict is not going to be high enough a level, nor enough damage done to 9 to really get a kill in return. Tundra are just going to force Kezu out of the lane again, planting a ward as they may look to return at a later date for some more aggressive moves.
One thing we haven't mentioned is Boom on the Amber Spirit, because this is something that we haven't seen from him too much today on a playmaker role. I guess we saw one game of him playing Invoker, but other than that, Boom is always on the farming heroes. So I think it's really up to Boom whether or not he can find some good power runes and make a rotation to the side lanes, because so far, if you look at Viking GG, the only playmaker is him, man. He has to be the one that make all these moves by the side lanes.
Yeah, I mean, he's helped out a little bit by his cores, right? Of course, Shad make that with a Chronosphere especially, synergizing nicely with his supports. Ultimate's 33 is going to look to get aggressive here. Doesn't have the points in the ultimate, by the way. He's already put 3 points each into both the... my goodness,
this is a solo kill?
This is a solo kill. It's a level 1 time walk. He's uses the couple of stick charges, launch charges, yeah, but it's not going to do much. Tundra playing very defensively beneath the tower. Obviously that there are people down bottom trying for some kills if no one bothered to TP top during the 15-second dive from the Bat Rider.
Dire's top tower.
There's actually Boom. He does manage to catch one. It's just Snaking. You lost your safe laner for this, so you'd like to at least get a little bit more, but looks like this is as good as it'll get, and you even have to work for it. Poison Syrian Chains, eventually finishing him off at the very least. Kezu stunned up by the creep. Little shredder into the Mystic Snake for a little bit of extra damage.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest weakness of... Oh wait, look at the double badge coming in. Wow, that was so lucky for that, but not gonna be enough to bring down 3-3, and he's gonna get his border refilled by Snaking here. The biggest weakness of the Faceless One is really this hero does not have a very good way or natural way to flash farm his way back to the game if he has a very bad laning phase, which is not really having a good time right now. So he's gonna have to fight his way back into the game to catch up to the Medusa eventually, which is gonna bring a lot of risk for him, because the more fights you are engaging in, the higher risk of you dying. So Shaq gotta be really careful with his...
Actually might be dead here. They forced the arena out, and actually 9 is gonna go to spear at least Boom to the walls. DD Rune scouted top lane. We also had Fata from behind, but of course without the ultimate, he's not going to be too useful in this engagement. Remnants forward, Searing Chains. 9 is actually still going to be able to collect and bottle up the rune. In the meantime, Aramis has to use the skewer defensively to be able to escape. They give Snaking some solo farm in the top lane, and again, Skidder just completely fine, just farming away on this Medusa.
Yeah. I mean, he's uncontested right now. I actually never see him getting pressured too hard. Like, he's always full HP, full mana. He's just very free to play on this lane so far. I think this could be something that Viking is really has really missed, because laning phase is always the biggest weakness of a Medusa. You don't want her to get fully out of this laning phase, knowing that she has just been sitting here. She hasn't gone into the jungle yet. So you know, the more time you spend on the laning phase, the more SP she's gonna get from all these laning creeps.
I will say she got 3 points in the Mystic Snake right now. She is holding out to 2 skill points. Okay, 9 is going to throw down an arena here for Kezu. Spear finds Celery, but actually kind of helps him get down to the low ground, so that's a bit of an unfortunate rotation. Unable to find anything there. Saving on to a couple of skill points here. Okay, now he's finally committed. Max Mystic Snake, and then the 1 extra point in the split shot. So he can't really leave the lane until he does have the split shot maxed. So he's going to need to be here a while longer, but the fact that he hasn't, you know, felt the pressure to max it and immediately get out of the lane tells you that he's actually kind of enjoying this lane as far as what he's getting.
Yeah, normally you will see Medusa, you know, they're just eagerly pushing out waves and then going to the jungle to maximize the farm. But Skiri is like, nah, no pressure so far. I'll just quietly sit here, equalize the laning equilibrium, and just chill. Like right now, Skiri is not getting any pressure, so 9. So the artists of Tundra, they are not feeling too pressure to help out the Medusa as well. Everyone is just slowly farming for their timings. Even Snaking has spent quite a good time at the top lane to just soak up all the leftover experience. It's about to hit level 6 now without consuming the bulk.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. I mean, this is a Razor matchup, right? Of course, and now we're finally going to get a little bit. Before this, the Medusa left the lane. There was only 5 tower damage done to the structure, right? To the tier 1. Pretty good place to be in, especially because creeps might just be able to get this tower all by themselves with a wagon on the way. 33 is going to come and just make Kezu's life hell as well. He's going to now use Eye of the Storm. We have the lasso. He's going to be pulled back. Give me chase here. Oh no, but they're not going to be able to do much here to save his off lane. Celery's going to throw the cast. Don't get a bounce. Maldict applies. Not a whole lot of follow-up damage. Instead, it's going to be Snaking. Oh my goodness, just hold him in place. Can't even turn and look to throw any other spells if he had any. Kill going to Snaking. Top lane being sieged the entire time by 9, who's got the tower. Boom TP's over here, but it looks like he's going to be a little bit too late as well in this top lane, as they'll give up the chase.
Oh, here comes Shri though.
Oh, yeah, DOTs. Okay, might just give him a free kill, unfortunately. Arena comes through, and I think he should be able to escape now with his life. In fact, boom. It's so much damage there from the Firefly in the walls of the arena. They won't be able to make the jump onto him. Tower defended, and again, Dusa just continuing to just relax and farm. Just a really, really happy time to be a Medusa right now.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised Shed didn't want to commit the Chronosphere on the Barretta because it's quite a big kill. Barretta is sitting at the third on the net worth, so I'm pretty sure killing him is gonna be worth it. Maybe Shed is trying to look for a bigger fight with the Chronosphere, but the thing is,
have the damage though. I don't think you can kill him there, to be honest.
I mean, Ember Spirit was there, the Magnus was there as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 1200 HP.
True.
What our Ember's got over corrosion, so you have a little bit more damage. But you're like, I think at best you're just like praying that you get a couple of bashes, right? And like if that's your first chrono, that's a little bit of like a womp womp there for you. As speaking of womp womp, he just calls you into the kisses. He's going to try and escape, but he's just going to be cleaned up immediately. Celery at least and company are here to punish the 2 supports, and at least able to get a little bit of farm back. Celery's going to go ahead and pop in here with Maledict. See you later.
That's a 2-for-1, so that's not bad. But the thing is, mid lane is getting siege here by Tundra.
Under the towers, they can't really kill him, but surprising that they pinned him either way. Yeah, they almost pushed that tier 1 mid lane as well. Luckily, they let it fortify for Viking. Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. 2 supports, 2-for-1. We didn't have to use any ultimates either, right? So not bad.
And also, Shed is very close to the diffuser blade now. He's just 50 gold away from diffuser blade, and maybe this is why he wanted to save the Chronosphere. He didn't really want to use it because he was waiting for the diffuser timing. So once that's out, they should be looking to get a smoke done. That's why you see Celery is already instantly buying the smoke. They want to defend this mid tower, but it could be too late. It might be.
It might be too late. Without Chronosphere, it may be just about impossible, but they will get a kill on the Snaking at the very least. That board utilized there for the kill. Some good cask bounces there, actually bouncing to the heroes in the river, so they didn't have a good chance to turn. In the meantime, they do collect the bottom tier 1 tower, and using that bonus bounty gold, our Faceless Void now has got himself the Diffuser Blade. Not a bad item whatsoever, with him power as well, so he doesn't miss out on any farming efficiency as Boom dies mid. Hit him with just the surprise arena.
Yeah. At the max level, this Shadow Chimera for Snap, right? You know? Plus the Blackstone is just good enough for them to bring down Boom. And with this, you know, the tier 1 tower that Viking has been trying so hard to defend finally goes down. So this is gonna give a lot of space for even more space for the DOTA that has been uncontested so far. Faces White having quite a good time actually going for the S and Y next.
He just got a huge gold injection here as well, farming a double stack of Ancients as well as his hard camp. He's going to go now again for another round. Boosts or jumps up to the top of the net worth all of a sudden off the back of this, as there goes Aramis, and falling here to the Bat Rider. Didn't even need the lasso, just in a bit of an awkward spot.
Yeah, I mean, 3-3 has been pretty amazing with finding all these solo kills for himself. I think this is the third solo kill that we have seen so far without two without having to use Flame Lasso, and then one onto the Kazu. So 3-3, man, he's literally creating so much space for his team and really slowing down the tempo for the DOTA. Now they're going for more. They're trying to surprise Viking here.
Man, look at Kazu. Kazu's going straight BKB. I mean, he has to. He just has to, but like... Oh, I mean, he's, again, just picked to try and stop this DOTA, isn't he? It's kind of literally the reason why he exists. And it's just really, really difficult task for him this game, isn't it?
Yeah, doesn't really feel like a Kazu hero as well, because when you think about Kazu, he always, he reminds you of the hero that have the blink initiation or something like that. They can just decide how the outcome of the fight. Razor though needs a lot of item to do that.
Yeah, he does. Needs a lot of items, needs a lot of farm. He's got decent edgy game, so he's got good armor at the very least. Decent edgy game anyway, 2.6, a little bit better in the strength. But yeah, he needs plenty of items to really get online. Needs some space in these fights as well, if that makes sense. He needs to find the space to be able to position himself, actually get a good static link off, make sure he doesn't die in the static link, and have damage to continue and hopefully turn the fight for the rest of his team.
By the way, Rich, you were talking about the Medusa going for Orchid. I think Skater is thinking about it, man.
It was Skater before, by the way. Yeah.
He has queued it up.
I don't know. I didn't think the Orchid was a good idea personally. They did end up winning the game, but I will say it was a 55-minute game, and the Orchid, neither the upgraded version of it, which is the Bloodthorn, of course, was not in the inventory when they ended the game. So I'm surprised he's going back for it, because I didn't really think it did a lot. I will say it's a similar game as in the one he did choose to pick it up in, specifically versus a spirit that likes to close the gap to you. Last time it was of the Storm variety. This time it's the Spicy Spirit, the Storm Spirit, that's going to be taking him on. So I see the point in that, but the problem is, unlike the Storm Spirit, his brother Ember, as we can just see, doesn't mind buying a Yules. Storm does not want to do it. Storm hates Yules, but so when you orchid him, he's like, oh, now I'm sad. But Ember's like, oh, I bought this item just so you could Yules me, or just so I could Yules myself and do this. It's very weird. Hookshot. Okay, Kisses. This is dying again.
Yep, he's only level 10 right now, and Snaky is already catching up to him, and it feels very bad to play Razor in this kind of very stagnant game, because your counterpart Bat Rider is farming a lot with the boost of travel plus blink, sitting at level 13, but Razor is only level 10. So finally going to punish someone in the triangle.
It's only Fata though.
Yeah, it's only Fata.
A moral blow for Tundra to have lost their drafter, but so far I think he's going to be, don't worry guys, all while smiles. It's with the PMA. Not much really gained, unfortunately. That's again the Razor Death only for the position 5. So this is not looking great for Viking GG at this stage. But we've yet to see a Chronosphere. We've yet to see an RP, right? So there's still a lot of untapped potential. Right now, Viking GG, they're playing with the training weights on. And as soon as they discover the power of the R button, they're going to unleash the training weights and all of a sudden just start to wipe the floor with Tundra. Who knows? It could be. Could be.
Could be. Oh, no, Aramis is running into 9, but 9's like, oh shit, no way this Magnus is running to me alone, so he's gonna blink out. Some mind games there by Aramis. Another thing is, right after Shed on the Faces White saw Medusa going for optimum stuff, he instantly queued out for the BKB. So not going for the SNY that he was initially thinking about, because he knows that, he wants to build with BKB just so that he doesn't die to some random silence coming out from Medusa. So the silence, when it's up, it's not going to be very effective, I'm afraid.
I'm sure this was on Vikings' radar, of course. Their coach, very, very famous for looking at a lot of skill builds in Dota 2, right? Immortal Fate, you may know the name. And I'm sure he saw this yesterday, and he was probably baffled. He was like, what is this? So he most certainly told the boys about it. So they can prepare it at least, so it's not going to be as big of a surprise. Nor is it really that great of a draft for the Orchid, in my opinion. I mean, let's talk about it, right? Because yesterday I was just a little bit too surprised. The Oblivion staffs are pretty nice, I suppose, right? For the DOTA. It's good.
Yeah,
stats.
I mean, you have good stats, you got some good attack speed as well, and most importantly, if he goes for a 30 attack speed talent at 15, that synergizes together very much. But that also means that, you know, the stages of this Medusa coming online is gonna be even more delayed because you will need more farm right now. You want to make use of your superior attack speed. And now, right now, Medusa, you know, she's only strong at level 20 with the Mystic Step talent. So I feel like this is just could be another skilling item for Skitter, to be very honest. And because of this Orchid, it forces the enemy to go for dispel item like the BKB, like the Use Scepter. So maybe this is another way of him thinking that, you know, there's some way that I can find values from this item.
Alright, there it is. The Orchid's done. He has taken this 30 attack speed down, so he does attack very, very fast. Does hit pretty hard, and it's got a respectable amount of mana. But what? Orchid is about 3,800 gold, isn't it? Right? All together, pretty expensive first item for him. After the Mantis style here, of course. Next into the Scotty, so he's building the exact same way. There's the arena arrested here. They finally kill him for Aramis. Catches down bottom, going to be hookshotted, controlled, and killed off. As he times it perfectly to leave the arena. Oh, he might just live, actually. They did get kited around for him. The Earth not going to be enough, but it's 33. We're actually going to be able to snipe him. I believe that was just a flame break.
Yep. It was just a flame break randomly coming from nowhere. And actually, if Kezu saw that coming, he could have called the BKB.
Using the Orchid to kill the Witch Doctor.
Oh, and he has a DD as well. You know what? Alright, this is Roche time.
Roche, oh my lord. Especially when we have a little Shredder back up and Solar Crest.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, this is just such a lucky timing for them.
There's the Orchid to Roche. Roche is like, what? Who Orchided me? Was you, Medusa?
What?
What are you doing with that? Alright, I mean, hey, so far, you know, Orchid 1, Witch Doctor 0, so I suppose we've got that, and now Aegis into the hands of Skitter. Again, going for the Orchid Dusa. I can't imagine this is ever too effective versus the Ember. I want to say, like, especially because 9 is not going for a Eul's. Like, I was thinking, okay, you know, like the biggest counter to a Eul's is a Eul's used for setup is another Eul's or a BKB, right? But usually Eul's because it's cheaper. So I was thinking, okay, we're gonna build Eul's on 9. He's gonna blink up to Boom, Eul's him. Boom has to use his own Eul's Scepter to dodge the spear, and then when he lands, you hit him with Orchid, right? But we're not even doing that. We're going for Satanic on 9.
I think he. You know what, Rich? I think this is even more big brain than that. You know what?
Oh my lord. Okay.
Okay, Ember Spirit jumps to Medusa. He gets Orchid.
Yeah.
And then he uses himself into the arena spear.
Oh my lord. There you
that is the combo that we are looking for.
Actually,
so that
feasible.
So right now, Bars doesn't have to buy his own use. He can go for another item because Ember Spirit used himself for the setup. That's big brain from Tundra, man.
That is actually pretty damn big brain. Maybe that's the reason why Skitter had to sell the Eul Scepter. Sorry, had to sell the Orchid versus Storm, because Storm never built the Euls. And they couldn't use it for setup. I mean, it could be. It could be.
Man, I have to say, man, it sounds really amazing, but it's so weird looking at Medusa hitting tower with 1.2k HP at 22 minutes. This is not a usual Medusa that we all know, man. Gotta say, this is a bit hilarious.
It's a lot of attack speed, especially because, you know, normally you would take the Mystic Snake cooldown. Okay, Orchid, we still have it. We still have it. There it is. There's the Orchid with the BKB. Oh, we have enough mana at least for the Stone Gate. That Orchid's just gonna wear off from Shad. 33, buying a little bit of space and time as the flame break. Slowing Boom. Hookshot is going to connect onto Skitter. That's for snaking just to back away. Viking GG, dumbfounded by the Orchid maybe, but most importantly left empty-handed, unable to find anything. Again, no Chronos, no RPs this game.
Yeah, but we do finally have the dagger on the Magnus, so probably they are going to look for something here. Most of the items are already available for them. Shad is completing the S and Y, going for Skadi next. So I would say Fitz's one looks pretty fair with the Empower. I think snaking though.
Yeah, it's a a bit of a weird spot. There's a smoke behind it that's going to break as they skewer him away. Kicks is raining down to Orchid. Onto Aramis. The walls of the arena are erected and they catch Shad before we get the BKB off. Down he goes. They even actually commit the lasso in case they needed it. Boom at least is able to escape. Celery is going to be leaving as well thanks to the TP scroll. Boom out of Remnants, has Yule's Scepter, but 9 with the BKB ready to go, and Satanic will chase. Yule's used to dodge the spear, as Satanic active now. 33 doesn't have any enough damage, I should say, to get through him, and he will be allowed to leave. But the catch, the jump out from the likes of Tundra, the Viking just not prepared for it.
Dyer's middle tower.
Yeah, this Medusa is almost completing the Skadi. Once the Skadi is up, Medusa is gonna be half online, and once the level 20 is up, this Medusa is not.
Top lane.
It's gonna be super hard to die.
Kazu is in a lot of trouble. Mine sees him. Okay, gonna find Snake King. Yep. And down goes Kazu yet again, unfortunately. He will fall. That is his 5th death this game. 0-5 and 4 on the off lane Razor. Of course, picked into the Medusa. Didn't really do that much. 33, having a bit of a better game. 4-0-3 on the offlane. Bat Rider has the Blink Dagger, has the BOTs. Now the Force Staff going to actually for the Aether Lens. So no BKB here for the Bat Rider. It's not his job to live in these fights. It's his job to just lock down the right heroes.
Yeah, exactly. This is why the risk nowadays to pick one hero that has such a one-dimensional job is super risky, because like if Kazu doesn't get to just BKB and link Medusa, he doesn't feel his impact in this game at all. He couldn't split push, he couldn't hit tower, he couldn't tank up. So his sole purpose of this game is really just to pop BKB, press W on Medusa, and he hasn't been able to do so because Medusa is so well protected by his teammates.
I mean, I think it's an interesting approach, right? It's a really novel approach, I will say. But even then, like, I'm not sure if Medusa is the hero I want to be doing this against. So Celery, do they have detection for him? Well, they've got plenty of flame breaks, so he's not really going anywhere. Boom, joining as well. Celery ticking away thanks to the flame break, but he will be at least alive at the end of the day. And I don't even know if like the Medusa is really the one you want to build this kind of lineup into, because traditionally it's like, yes, we want to stop Medusa from, you know, doing damage, and the best way to do that is either to attack speed slows or to just remove all the damage and remove the threat entirely. Vata should die here. Oh my god, I thought Shad was going to throw the Chrono. It looked like he was considering it for a second. There's Aegis expires. Yeah, Shad with another time walk in a couple of seconds. Yule Scepter to close the gap. Chronosphere at the ready. It'll finally come through. Let's see. Where's the damage? There's the Death Ward out. The Hookshot's going to stop Shad. RP's up all at once. Doesn't find Skinner though. And Skinner is totally fine. Pops the Stone Gaze even. Turns Kezu to stone through the BKB. Only, well, 174 damage. Stolen is good enough, to be honest. Shad on the run, having already used his BKB. Ran down by 9. At least gets the time walk away. 9 with the Satanic active looking for more. Is about to lose his damage, which means Skinner's about to have it back. Not enough mana though for the Mystic Snake, as we've lost Vata at the very least. That's going to be Kezu going down though. Eye of Scotty already completed by the Medusa. Means that these move speed slows are so punishing. 9 jumping forward finds Aramis. 33 with the Force Staff, looking another 13 seconds, but of course time walk being a bit sooner as it's Snake King who is going to be able to get this last kill. Well, maybe not actually after Celery. Snake King is going to have to use the ultimate. They actually catch up to Shad? What?
Yeah,
what did I miss there?
Shad was trying to defuse the blade and then trying to fight back a little bit.
What?
And then he just got taken down by the flame break coming out from 3-3. And man, like 9 was on his tail all the while. And man, I have to say, this Dispel coming from Satanic is so useful for him. He doesn't have to go for BKB just to get off the dilation or the swing chain, you know. Just this very cheap Dispel coming from Satanic that gives him so much stacks to play with is so useful here.
Kind of. I mean, I love the ingenuity from Tundra, right? First item, or sorry, I should specify. Treads, Manta Style, Orchid, Scotty, go ahead, do it in your pubs, blame it on Skitter if you get flamed and reported. Mid lane Mars, Phase Boots, Soul Ring, Blink Dagger, Satanic, yep, you heard me right, go ahead and get her done. And even Kezu experimenting a bit, and this is kind of what I was getting to, unfortunately, when the last team fight broke out and Viking GG, unfortunately, kind of just losing it there. I like the idea about this, but I would like it more if you were playing against something like a Sven, a hero that can be kited out. Dusa's not a hero that can be kited out, right? In fact, normally the strength of the hero is when you're able, like this is why you love the Mars pick so much, right? It's the strength of the hero is when you can team fight, when you can force the fight around her.
Exactly. Like that just opens up the free arena for Mars because everyone is so focused on Skater, so they are all clamped together, and that's just an easy arena of Mars or for Mars. If he goes for the Aghanim Shard, eventually he's gonna be catching all these multiple man shard into the arena. That's something that I really want to see coming out from Mars, but it seems like he's going for the Aghanim Scepter. So trying to build the bulwark to protect the Medusa and also meanwhile look to do damage. I mean, Mars, his itemization has been creative and has been very effective so far.
My thanks will come later.
Checking, I'm cutting the replay here, and Shad does turn around with 1 second. Like, Time Walk was coming off cooldown, and I went, oh, he's going to Time Walk up to the high ground. And then he apparently turns around and fights. And I was casting instead the wrong team fight. I sincerely apologize about that, but I did not expect him to turn. I thought I was just going to Time Walk away, to be honest.
Yeah, I think he was getting confused as well because he's like, why is Mars on my tail so hard? Let's try to turn and poke him a little bit. And then all of a sudden 3-3 jumps out from nowhere to drop him the flame break. So that really caught him off guard. But yeah, this Mars, man, is having a very unexpected impact in this game, I would say. 4-0 and 8, super strong itemization. It's really hard to bring down, and if you don't bring him down, he's just gonna be spamming those Ghost Rebuke on you that is dealing a lot of damage right now.
Yeah, and just Skitter, he lives through this fight. It's still on half HP. Yeah, you were out of mana, and that's the hard part on Medusa, especially when she's only got, what, 1,400? She's got a little bit more now with Scotty, pardon me. About 2K in that last fight is what Medusa was clocking in on. But even with, what, Death Ward, RP, Chronosphere used, you barely almost killed Medusa, and it's not going to get any easier. It's not going to get any easier here.
Or any better.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have like Chronos RP on this Medusa. They chain stunned him pretty well. They brought him down so down. He barely able to use the Stone Gaze. I was actually quite impressed he was able to use the Stone Gaze and back up. So yeah, it seems like Viking, they are looking to invade jungle once again. It seems like they're gonna fight Farha again out of everyone.
Yeah, but this the pause must have thrown them off, to be honest. I'm not saying the pause was intentional or anything like that, but the pause must have thrown off because he literally just died to start that fight right up here. So now they for sure know, oh right, they've got wards in our jungle. That's how we got jumped that last time, right? Because if you recall, Fata was the death. He was farming this camp. And then they got jumped and killed, and then they just swept the map, which is hard to do, by the way, and a commendable move from Viking GG, because, I mean, that was the place they had to fight, but I think that's kind of what Tundra baiting them in a little bit, because when you run into this line of mid lane towers that are still standing, tier 1 especially, normally teams just kind of hide a little bit behind it, use the tower for the aura, use the tower to bring in reinforcements even faster, and definitely how Tundra used it in that fight as well. So they're really playing a strong game right now. It's a very strong series out from Tundra.
Yeah, I feel like they are all very in sync in these two games. There seems to be always fighting. Like they're like meeples in the fight, man. Like everyone is so connected to each other. The coordination is so perfect. They protect each other very well. They enable each other very well as well. Last game it was 3-3 protecting Sneaking. This game is everyone else protecting Skater.
You two, follow me.
So pretty impressive stuff going on. And Roshan is about to be up in 20 seconds. That's gonna be the biggest contest in this game so far. That's gonna be the second Roche as well that comes in with the shard. Most likely they're gonna give it to either the Medusa or the Mars. Either one will have a lot of impact for each heroes. So Viking, they probably want to start building some mission around the Russian pick for them to set up for the contest.
Kazu almost has the Blink Dagger up, so that at least will help him immediately get into the face of his Duso, no matter where she is, and hopefully just be static Link and pray, basically. It's kind of the 2012 meme here for Kazu, where his team fight combo is Blink, BKB, static Link, Medusa, question mark, and then hope to profit after that. That's about all he's really limited to. He's got good tower push as well with Eye of the Storm, but that requires him to fight, and Viking GG, they still think it's real. Oh no, oh no, at least they don't catch Boom in the arena, but Viking GG, Karma swings back, even though they didn't take her voice line when Big Num ravaged the illusion, they RP the illusion, might even catch Boom here, who somehow gets pushed back. There's 33, he's caught the faces void. They're stopping any support from coming through as well. Chronosphere at least catching 3. Shed trying to fight through this one. Stone gazed up his Kezu, but he did at least get a static link off. Not enough mana for Earth. Celebrate now with the Deathward. Might even get this kill onto 9. He pops the wand. Skidder is actually TPing away out of this fight. Snaking as well, right in the face, able to leave, leaving 9 completely behind. Yule set it up. He's got the blink back. He's going to take damage as soon as he lands and will be killed off. A great fight all of a sudden for Viking GG, despite blowing the RP on an illusion. They didn't even need it.
Yeah, that was a very surprise turnout. A very surprise event because it started so early for the Magnus RPing illusion, but still, you know, getting a 3-main Chronosphere, that was really what turned things around. And this is the biggest weakness of Medusa, right? Because you want to be playing on the high ground, you want to have vision advantage when we are fighting, but if this Medusa is in an open area that is not protected by any terrains or high ground or any fog, Shen can just go in and then get the multiple man chrono because everyone is just fighting around this Medusa, and which is why he was able to get the 3-man chrono. So for Medusa, he might want to reconsider what are the locations they want to take fight in, because playing in the open area is definitely not the way to go against this Magnus plus Faces Void.
Whoa. Shad, okay, with his Aegis, he feels like a renewed man. Might lose it here though, gets off the time up, back up to full HP. The kill there comes through, now orchided up though by Skidder. Falling low, not low enough. Gets onto the other side of the river there. As Boom is currently trying to run down Snaking. Will be unable to do so. Snaking did actually overclock here. Slide whistle attack out from Shad just to apply a time dilation slow, which is not going to do anything to Skidder. He'll be able to escape. Again, shocking how well that team fight goes for them, because not only did they blow RP on an illusion, they blew RP on an illusion in full view of an enemy smoke gank that was not even revealed. And somehow they still turn around to win that fight. Actually kind of incredible.
Yeah, I would say the 3-man chrono really saved the day. Coming out from Shed. I believe that was the first chrono. Oh no, that was the second chrono. First chrono is at the mid lane, yeah. This also means that Faces Void is gonna have a very good fight leading into Aegis plus the Satanic completed right now. It's not easy to die anymore. BKB SNY Satanic, this is like the dream build for Faces Void. He's gonna be sitting at 3.1k HP, and once he hits the level 25, I'm gonna assume that he's gonna get the plus 20% backtrack. That is just going to make him stronger in teamfight. Yeah.
I think, so the weird thing about this build is that until he gets MKB, he doesn't die, but he also doesn't do any damage. Really awkward. It's helped out a little bit, I will say, this game, thanks to the effect of the Empower, but that's not going to really be enough for this Dusa, for example, even with the Diffusal play. So it's going to be like an unstoppable force, which is going to be the Faceless Void versus the immovable object of Medusa until MKB comes through, and then this does kind of become a little bit better here for the Faceless Void. In fact, I will say it does become much better for the Faceless Void. So he's going to be able to farm this one up at least during this Aegis duration. That's going to be Viking GG's next big item. Going for the Ags on Boom to make sure he can move around the fights a bit easier. And yeah, I mean, other than that, nothing. This is just kind of a wild game.
Yeah, we have got Monleer coming out soon on Medusa as well. I like Monleer, knowing that most of the time he's gonna get his damage sucked by Kezu, so he needs some sort of magical damage to mitigate that, to make up for that loss of physical damage. So I like this. He's also going for the Agony Shard right now, so having the Cold-Blooded definitely helps as well. The only thing is Agony on Medusa not a thing anymore?
It is. Skidder just really likes Orchid.
I see. Okay. Because I feel like not having Agonies is such a big loss for the side for Medusa, because it's such a good way to reset the fight and just to disrupt the fight and makes everyone, kind of, it's really hard to approach a team fight, because when you're running into this Mystic coming to you, you're gonna have to force to pop BKB at unwanted times, or get turned into a stone.
Yep. Okay, this is just snaking that they're going to find. He does have a hook shot, but he can't really do it if he's Premise Sun. He's going to find a creep with the TP2 Kezu waiting for him, but doesn't have Yules. This is not your standard offlane build, and unfortunately, Boom uses the creep. We're not even going to get a secondary killer. They're going to search the trees, combing, trying to get anything, but they're going to be left empty-handed here. So I can GG just a little bit too slow, unfortunately. Not willing, of course, to commit Cronus here for a clockwork, but upsetting that they're not able to get anything out of that sequence of events, for sure.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe Skitter read the patch
Radiant's
notes,
top tower
7.29D, saw that now you stun for 0.2 seconds less on the Aghanim Scepter, and went, now finally it is time to reveal my secret build to the world. And now builds Orchid. Again, he's not going to upgrade it. This isn't going to turn into a Bloodstone unless maybe Shad decides to build a Butterfly, which is not the craziest thing, but is unlikely, I would say. Because he just needs damage right now with this build. He's tanky enough, right? He's got the opportunity to do enough damage if he's got MKB. So I think it's just going to get sold. I really just think it's going to get sold here. Okay, casual Orchid.
Thinking about it.
Yeah, Aramis finds one. Fanta with the cookie away. Does get out of range of Boom. Hook shot though now onto Boom. We've got a secondary coming in with the chronosphere. Misses Skinner. He's too fast. They only find Fanta. And now Shad is actually pinned to the walls of the tree. Does get the skill into Fanta at the very least. And it's going to buy back now. And they're going to lift the focus onto Snaking with the death ward. They've got the damage. Shad trying to time walk away out of the cogs. Will be able to do so. Big damage onto at least Bat Rider. But it's now lost. And it cost the lives of three allies. As Viking GG force out 2 buybacks. They'll be able to TP away at the very least on Boom and Shad. But they lost 3 heroes in the melee.
Yeah, it's all down to Shad, man. You know, whether or not they win this team fight, it's all down to whether or not you can get a multiple rank Chrono alongside with the Medusa in it. And this time around, he only managed to catch the Snapfire. Very good jab step, and you know, just a side step coming out from Skitter to dodge that.
Yeah. It was honestly the 50% move speed bonus that you get from the. Oh my goodness! Is this a kill? No way, right? They push him back twice. Oh, we don't have lasso. We had lasso there, oh boy. Or maybe even Medusa in range. Skinner was ready to go, but he only delivered. So we saw this build. I want to say versus PL, by the way. And then he takes split shot, uses modifiers for just like the super Mjolnir. So like, I don't know. It's really weird though. It's very strange. I mean, this has to be some pretty serious stuff though, I will say.
Yeah, I think he's purely going for that attack speed because everything lines together.
He's just stepping off the abilities. Jukes the skewer, says no thank you, sir. He's gonna be mad now without buyback. Skinner just too tanky on the high ground, has Butterfly. Approaching level 25. Now Mjolnir, of course, very scary, but he's just gonna settle for the tier 3 and the melee barracks.
Maybe not. Maybe they're going for more. They watch the range tracks as well. Man, I want to say 9 is owning this game, man. Like, when everyone's focusing on Medusa, he's just quietly spamming his Ghost Rabbit on the backlines to just clear off all the backlines. He has the Deso as well, so a lot of damage coming out from Mars W, and not to mention he's level 25. With the Ghost Rabbit plus 65% crit, he could very much just one-shot Witch Doctor actually, when the AC is up.
Yeah, probably. Celery is unfortunately experiencing late game Witch Doctor syndrome. Man, Roots, Emperor Spirit holding on to the Ghouls. Okay, Shad, just a little cheeky jump in as Boom is pinned to the walls of the tier 3 tower. We got the mag back in 7 seconds, still with the RP ready to go, so seems like now we're gonna be able to take another look at that team fight. But yeah, I mean, it was the additional move speed. Skitter was able to dodge it out. Kazu gets turned to stone before he can, well, I mean, not like the BKB would have done anything. So eats the cheese, but he still falls rather quickly. Does at least force the Dusa out of the fight a bit longer with a bit less damage in this engagement, but Kazu falls here. 9 is just cleaning up Celery after Snaking buys back. Yeah, just a really, really tough sequence of events right here for Viking. Only getting the 2 supports as well to buy back, so not one of the cores dropped in that fight for Tundra.
And speaking about neutral items, yeah, we are getting some upgrades on neutral items, Leveler for the Radiant side, but most importantly, Flicker from Medusa. Probably one of the best items here for him to get the Dispel, because so far he only has Manta for the Dispel, and it never hurts to get more. And Mars is going for Eon Disc, interestingly.
I did notice that. I believe 33's had one for some time now.
So all of them are just looking to survive the Chronosphere right now because they know that if they could survive the Chronosphere and the RP and they still don't die, they should be able to out-sustain Viking in the fight. So that's probably what they're looking for right now. Spell Prison found by the Faceless Void, so that's going to be a really good item for Amber Spirit.
Yeah, especially if he can... Well, he's actually changed up the build now. He's decided to go for the AC over the Aghanim Scepter.
Alright, yeah, I like that.
Roshan is going to be up in 1 minute and 45 seconds from this point. Lots of money now for Skitter. He is really farmed. 8k over, just under 8k, but around 8k over the Faceless Void, for example. So a full item ahead. He's actually going to upgrade the Bloodthorn this game, by the way. Okay, we'll see how this works out for him.
Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of disables coming up, so if they can just disable one guy plus the Bloodstone, they could just easily defeat one guy from the fight. And I think he's also aiming to get the Aghanim's from the Third Roshan as well, so that's gonna be even more helpful for him to siege high ground eventually. So all they have to do is just slow down the game, don't drop anyone until the Roshan respawn. That's just 1 minute. And YKG, they're not giving them the chance. They want to force the fight here, as they will smoke up and look for something to
To the river they go. Skitter actually in a really awful position right now. Oh my goodness, he's in a really bad position. Unfortunately, they make the jump on a Snaking instead, who has an Aeon disc. So he'll be away. I think Skitter now realizing how bad in the position he is, doesn't really know where to go. He's got the rest of his team now coming back to support him. Boom is going to eat the Orchid. There's the Yule setup as they actually catch Shad here. He actually times off back out again. BKB active, has Chronosphere, just holding on to it, moving down to Skitter, doing some decent damage to Shad. First one to fall is Celery. Shad, BKB expired now, turning in Chronosphere on to do so, but it's 33, catching up, disarmed, unable to move, but they've got the kill. It looks like we Manta dodge and Spear Bomb as well, off from Skitter, falling low, will be taken down. He's gonna buy back as well, instantly looking to rejoin this fight. Shad, again, into the river he goes for 33. Hiding a minute more. DD Rune active now for him. Could be a dieback here for Snaking. Down, he's still alive, but he's going to fall eventually. Down he goes. This could be another Orchid onto the Undercleared. Skitter's actually TP'd onto the outpost. He's back into the fight. Looking for more damage here. 9 landing the spear onto Boom to the one tree in the river. He's going to get the kill. Shad in and out real fast just to say hello to everyone. As Kezu looking to run down 33. Has the kill, but not enough damage. He's gone invis with the Trickster's Cloak, but he's underneath the sentry now. Freshly placed by the supports. Down he goes now. 33 is going to buy back. Roshan is up. I think finally we're done fighting.
Wow, what a long fight, and it really proves that once Vincent get the Chronosphere on the Dusa, he could still die, and that was very well done already by 3-3 by just, you know, getting the ulti, the Flaming Lasso on the Faceless Void while he's hitting Dusa. So I'm very surprised that Dusa actually drops that.
Whoa, actually connect on the Cookie Sun. There's gonna be silence, forced that away, but still stunned for a little while longer. Gets the BKB off. Now with the Satanic Action, looking to fight versus 9. He's gonna turn as well with the Bulwark. Shad eating right clicks out from the Dusa as they have Boom in the arena. He actually has one remnant. He's gonna use it just barely to escape. Second remnant now trying to run. It's in with range of Fata. Oh, he's just a second early on the Cookie, but the Scatter Blast, the thing catches up the Mystic Snake. He's gonna go down. Fata will fall in its place as now pinned to the trees. They're gonna try and turn to the stone. He's forced to face the Dusa and killed off. He's got buyback, but he's the only one on his team with it. And without Chronosphere and Skitter running right down the mid lane, I don't think he's gonna be able to defend it.
Alright, this should be at least a pair of Rex, or they want to go for more. They could end
Throne.
Yeah, they're trying to force the Faceless Void to buy back here, and then they'll just immediately retreat to the Roche. Wow, I'm just telling you, man, 9 is absolutely killing this game with his Mars. Like, it looks like Skitter is doing all of the damage, but the Sabers are really coming out from 9.
There's the buyback, they force it. Kezu is back. He's going to connect onto Skitter. The flicker not getting Skitter out of a bad spot. Skitter actually fought back here. There's going to be a better blink. Slow but Snaking. He actually got blunt by 33 on the first hook shot. That's what the overclock is for. Shad going quickly. Finds Skitter now without a lot of damage. But again, the lasso out from 33 to 9 of pulling him so far away. 9 is back in. Nearly one-shot Celery, but he's going to turn and actually continue to fight. Shad running down the Dusa, but it's going to be, of all things, the flicker getting him out of harm's way. They have gotten the kill onto Celery, but Shad still chasing down Skitter. Kezu is looking to try and connect here. The flicker yet again gets Skitter out of a bad spot as he turns now with the Orchid. Immediately purged off though by the... Oh my goodness, he can't catch up. He can't catch up. He's actually getting cut out by Flicker. And now there's another hook shot out from Snaking into the cop pushback. 9 nearby, but he's actually so low on mana. But it's 33 just holding him down. The Firefly, not enough damage. Shad, the unkillable object, is going to be able to escape for now. Kezu in an awkward position ought to be able to TP away. Oh, I don't know. 9's on the hunt, though. He's circling him like a shark. I think they've got vision. Absolutely. He's going to refresh just to blink BKB, look to try and escape. And they will not be able to stop him. Oh, my lord, Arthur.
What was that? Did you just notice? Did you just watch, man? That was the Flicker versus the Prime Walk. And obviously, Flicker turns out to be the one winning because you have Dispel coming from the blink.
They give spell prism. They give spell prism. Oh my god, Shad! Wait, is he not safe here? The Cookie's gonna stun him again. Hookshot connects onto the Mud Golems. And Tundra, okay, Shad doesn't have Chrono for another 60 seconds, trying to get another kill onto Fata. They're gonna scatter blast Kezu, but it's not gonna get the stun. Snaking down a bit of a tough spot as in comes Skitter. Still only has the over, but there's the overclock. That's a death now onto Kezu, but he's got buyback. Boom in the meantime has managed not really to save Aramis. He's actually gone down to 33. Oh my god. Okay, first of all, real quick, stop fighting for a second, please. I think I moved Spell Prism onto Shad so we can continue chasing with Time Walk, because the cooldown on Flicker is 4 seconds, and that wasn't enough for him to actually close the gap. Roshan's already down. It's a refresher shard from Mars, so it wasn't the Axe Blessing that Skitter was hoping for. As 9 is going to go in, he finds Boom. He actually connects on the spear. We've got a PKB for He's actually just reversed the stun onto the wall, and they got the kill. Skitter's wicked sick. There's no buyback for Boom, as out comes the tip.
Dude, who is this guy, man? Yay! What a play coming out from Mars. Holy
Dire's
shit.
middle
I
barracks
gotta say,
under
man.
now.
attack.
He's got Chronosphere. There's a chance, Arthur. The damage needs to be perfect. We need to stop 33 from saving Skitter inside of the Chronosphere. That cannot happen a third time here. Kezu incoming, TP in 2. What's left of his base, but Ancient exposed. The Flicker allowing Deuce easily to break the static link, and that's it. It's over. Throne means everything. 9, he's got one thing in mind, and that's relaxing on a beach during the ESL 1 Summer 2021 main event, because he's just qualified along with the rest of Tundra. The third meeting between Tundra and Viking GG. The first time it's ended in a 2-0 victory for Tundra. What a series out from these.